know firsthand how frustrating it can be to try and budget on an inconsistent income as a hairstylist. So in this video, I'm going to share a step-by-step budgeting guide that I use to create regular income, avoid stress, and build a complete financial stability for myself and for many other hairstylists. If we haven't met yet, my name is Megan, and I teach hairstylists how to create financial stability behind the chair and outside the salon with actionable tips and strategies that work. Here's the truth. Managing cash flow as a booth rent hairstylist can really feel impossible. The first thing I recommend is you need to track every single dollar that you earn and that you spend. Tracking income and expenses as a hairstylist is number one, the most important thing you can do. Whether you're having a great month or a slow month, knowing exactly how much money is coming in and out is step number one. The most crucial aspect of this is setting up a business bank account. I want to get into the details of exactly what that looks like, but before I do, if this is something you are struggling with, I would love to support you. Book a complimentary consultation call with me so that we can get your finances on track and set up a financial stability for you and freedom moving forward. I highly recommend having a business bank account that is for your business income and expenses only. By having these dedicated accounts, you should be able to track your numbers so easily. You can use apps like QuickBooks Self-Employed, Gloss Genius, or Excel spreadsheet, or good old-fashioned notebook. I know for me, long-term, I am not gonna keep up with Excel or notebook, so I prefer something more automatic like QuickBooks Self-Employed. You can link up your bank account and the software will automatically categorize your income and expenses. This is the best budgeting system I have found for booth rent hairstylists. When you see your income in black and white, you can start planning for the months ahead, not just reacting to them. Just being aware of your numbers is a huge step in the right direction. I like to say you can't know where you're going until you know where you are currently. Once you have a history of what each month can look like, you will start to see a common theme between each month, which can help you plan accordingly. The next thing to do is have a system of how to pay yourself. Whether you're a sole proprietor, LLC, or an S Corp, figure out a system that's gonna ultimately work the best for you. I read a book a few years ago that really changed my hair business. The book is called Profit First. In the book, he talks about having several accounts to send money to so that you are always prepared for each segment of your business. He recommends really between 5 and 6 accounts, but for me, that really seems like overkill. I don't know about you, but if I don't keep things super simple, chances are over the long term, I'm just honestly not gonna keep up with it. I know myself and that's just not gonna happen. So for me, I simplified it. I made 3 business bank accounts. I labeled them as my operating account, my tax account, and my profit account. The operating account is my catch-all account. What that really means is all of your income comes into this account and all of your expenses are paid out of this account. We all know how hard it is getting paid every single day. It can be challenging to spend blindly or not allocate your money properly if you don't have a system. That is what I would do. I would be like, oh, I have a few extension clients tomorrow, so really no big deal if I spend money today. I know everyone has felt that. I did this for years and it always left me reaching for my credit card for emergencies and a huge, very large tax bill at the end of the year because I really wasn't paying quarterly and not taking my business seriously. I had to stop because it was stressing me out so much and it just wasn't fun anymore. The following morning after I work, the funds clear. I use Square Venmo, so the money typically shows up the next morning. I immediately send 20% to my tax account and 60% to my profit account, and I leave the 20% for operating expenses such as booth rent, supplies, extensions, and all other things. I know leaving only 20% in this operating account can feel really tight, but that's really the point. By doing this, you are thinking creatively and think, how can I keep my expenses low so that you can keep as much profit as possible and stay as lean as possible? This is gonna be a huge mindset shift, and it is tough at first, but you do get used to it. You're not gonna always reach for the the newest blow dryer of yours is still working. Depending on your state, dependence, tax bracket, and other factors, you may want to put more than 20% away for your taxes. Brad and I own other real estate investments, so that really helps reduce our taxable income. So I find that the 20% is a really good sweet spot for me. Everyone's tax situation is so different though, so please consult with your CPA and do what makes you feel the most comfortable and most confident. But really prepare and make sure you are setting money aside for taxes. Helping hairstylists like you manage irregular income, creating a simple budgeting system, and build that financial stability behind the chair is what I am dedicated to do. If you're ready to set up a personalized plan or just need some guidance, I would love to help. You can book a complimentary consultation call using the link below this video. I would absolutely love to speak with you. Once you have started to track your income and expenses and set up your accounts, start building a baseline or bare bones budget. How do you create a baseline budget? All of your non-negotiable fixed expenses, such as your booth rent, products, supplies, utilities, insurance, all of those things. Let's say that adds up to $2,500 per month. This is your absolute baseline minimum expenses that you have to know about and budget for. Now that you have your baseline expenses number, let's get to your baseline income number. I want you to look at your last six months to 12 months of income. Use your lowest month of income to budget. I know some people may say use the average, but I like using the lowest income months so that I never have any bad surprises because I have budgeted for the lowest income month. But by budgeting for the slowest months, you'll avoid panic when your income dips. We all know we have slow times. The months that you make more, you can put in a separate account to pull from when you do have those slower times. During November and December, I tend to make 20 to 30% more money. I don't go spend all of this money. I put it away because I know that I'm gonna have slower months, and this is a buffer that I have created for, and it really just helps my income management and helps me save as a hairstylist. Before we move on, I would love to hear from you. What is the one thing that you're struggling with most when it comes to managing your inconsistent income or budgeting as a booth rent hairstylist? Drop a comment below and I personally read and respond to every single one, and I would love to help you tackle any objectives that you may have for yourself. The next thing that has really removed the biggest stress from my life is having a backup fund or that emergency fund. I tell all of my clients and my coworkers to get at least 4 months into emergency fund in place. That way I know if something happens, like I break my arm, I go on maternity leave, I get sick, or a family member gets sick, I know that I can really take the time I need to take care of myself or my family. I can honestly say having 4 months of savings is the biggest stress relief in my business, and it is the best thing I have ever done. Now, this is not gonna happen overnight. It may take you 6 months to a year to get 4 months of expenses saved up, but it is worth it. You can fire crappy clients and not feel like you have to do someone's hair. I started to get so resentful towards some of my clients, and I even started to get resentful towards myself. I was angry at myself for putting myself in those such situations to have to do someone's hair, even if it made me miserable. When you take control of your finances, you gain a huge confidence and freedom. My last tip to you is to review your profit and loss every week. As a hairstylist, it's easy to treat ourselves after an amazing month. Trust me, I get it, I've been there too, but overspending today can really hurt during a slow month. So set aside some dedicated time to review how you did in your business for that week. For me, I do this every single Sunday with a latte. It is honestly one of my favorite rituals, and it makes me feel so good. I love to look at exactly how much money I brought in and what expenses went out. Is this what you budgeted for? Do you need to look at ways to reduce your expenses? Do you need to raise your prices to keep up with inflation? If you don't do this every week, at least do it once a month at the bare minimum. I actually love to enjoy it though, so it doesn't bother me to do it weekly. I honestly will say I didn't love it at first starting out. That is why pairing it with a latte or even maybe a glass of wine or something that you love to do can really help make it pleasurable and not feel like a chore. These hairstylist money tips will help give you guidance to take and the confidence to take control of your finances as a booth rent hairstylist. Show exactly how hairstylists can manage cash flow effectively. Again, if you're feeling stuck trying to figure out how to budget, manage inconsistent income, or save for retirement as a hairstylist, this is exactly the work that I do. You do not have to do this alone and figure this out alone. Book a free consultation call using the link below to learn how you can work with us and join a community of like-minded stylists who are taking control of their finances and building a secure future. I'd love to help you take the next step. What was your biggest light bulb moment from this video? Please comment below and share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.